Hello everyone, today is September 26th and funnily enough, I also happen to have 26 pieces of photocards, I guess. I don't know why I worded it that way. Either way, I have 26 photocards also coming into the mail, and that pushes me very solidly into the 230s, I believe, for my full photocard collection, and I think that's a lot, personally, for me. So I have also been planning on doing a downsizing video for a while as well, just because there are quite a few groups in my collection that I don't keep up with anymore, and I think that it's kind of I don't know how I should put this. I don't feel like keeping their items in my collection because my collection is fully sentimental to me, and I only want to keep space for groups that I actively follow. And because, it's a hobby and because people's interests change pretty often, my collection will constantly be changing as well. So hopefully this will be interesting to you as we go through my collection real time. I'm not pre-planning any of these photocard downsizes. I am 100% looking through my collection with you right now and pulling out cards that I no longer want to keep. And I might open some templates to the side just because there are a couple groups that I collect for their music and not the experience of standing them, so I do want to make sure that it is reflected through the albums that I keep. So let's have fun, and I hope that you find my commentary interesting. So I'm probably going to go from small collection to large. So as you can see right now, I have out my A5 binder, and I am going to be going through my CIX collection. So let me put it this way. I like CIX, I really do. I stan them and I follow their activities, but they're an interesting group for me because I like them almost 100% for their music. I do have a bias, which is Sunghoon, obviously, and I love him a lot, but in terms of total group dynamic and whether or not I follow the group as a whole, I have to admit that I don't put them very high up on my K-pop priority list. And so I actually realized very recently that they take up a lot of space in my collection just physically due to the number of albums I have for them, because I have their complete Korean collection and some of their albums are pretty thick. So I think I'm going to go through and downsize part of this collection because I am a sentimental collector, so I only like to collect groups that I actively follow. And so CIX would have to go because I really, at this point, I only pay attention to them for their music. And so I don't feel the need to have all of their album versions as well, even though some of their albums really slap. And CIX, to me, to this day, has one of my top discographies. I would say they have my favorite discography in all of K-pop. Maybe aside from 5 songs of theirs that I actively skip and don't listen to. So looking at this now, I pulled up this template from Twitter, and I think I'm going to start downsizing maybe just one album card, or one set of albums per album that I have. So for Hello Stranger, I have both of those albums, but now I'm only going to keep one. So I'm just going to choose a photo card that I don't like from them, or that I don't like from this album, which is going to be the Hello version. I'm not sure if you can see very well, but it's pretty heavily filtered, and I'm just not really interested in that look, so this will be going to the side. I will be going through and reorganizing my entire collection after this video, so do not fret with all of these empty spaces. I am standing above my tripod right now, but I'm probably going to sit down and hopefully you don't see any weird angles, just because I can't really see what I'm doing with my photograph collection right now. But unfortunately, if I sit like this, I can't really see what's going on with the camera, so hopefully nothing is too bad. And for Hello Strange Place, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one here. I will be selling these with the album. Actually, I haven't decided how I'm going to sell these yet. I did something really recently where I decided to sell like a mystery bundle. So what I did was I had a set price along with one signed album, a number of unsealed albums, and then a bunch of random photo cards and pre-order benefits, and I sold them as mystery packs. So the buyers would not know what they're getting, but because they're mystery packs, I discounted them pretty heavily. And it ended up selling decently well. Like, I got a lot of sales from it. And I even had a lot of people in my DMs asking me if I was going to open any more orders. And I unfortunately didn't have... Oops. No. Come back. I unfortunately did not have enough signed albums to sell with everything, because I think the main pull was the fact that I was including a signed album with it. So I did that, and that sold incredibly well to the point where I'm thinking of just doing it again. And honestly, it wasn't difficult for me. I spent a lot of time packing because there's so many differently sized albums that I didn't really know how to organize them well, and still how to make the packaging like fun for everyone. But aside from that, it worked great because I wasn't sending condition videos to anyone, and I was honestly just able to clear out a lot of my collection in a very short amount of time, which is something that I really like, because I just don't like spending too much time sending videos and all that jazz. So I got rid of the Strange Time version, and now I'm going to get rid of something from Hello Strange Dream. Now this one is difficult because I do like all of the cards, and the ones that I don't like are from like the same, or from different versions. Like I want to keep this one over here. Yep. I want to keep this one, and then I also want to keep, I think, the green, but that is also from, oh, they're all from the same version. I guess I'll keep that one, actually. We'll see. I can probably go through and like downsize even more later. But then for this next album, I think I'm gonna downsize some of my Hyunsuk collection because I just want to focus on Seunghoon, and even though I was fully focused on Seunghoon, I'm still dropping part of his collection. I will also be dropping part of my Be Okay, this prologue over here. I'm going to be getting rid of the green photo cards, and then I also kind of want to get rid of this tour photo card, and then maybe the light stick. I don't really care too much about the photo card, even though I know that that's where most of the value of the light stick came from. I haven't checked the resale value for the light stick PCs yet. I'm sure it's decent, and it's not like I'm too in love with the photo card itself, so it's not too much of a loss for me. I don't want to say that I'm sad to be downsizing my CX collection, because if I was really sad, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm not pressed for money or anything because I have been buying a lot of photo cards recently, so it's not like I need to recuperate anything. I think it's just that I have not followed CIX recently at all, honestly. Like, I still follow translation accounts, and I follow their, like, from accounts and everything. I just don't really feel the need to have their whole collection. And I might downsize Seunghoon's jewel case, but the thing is that I do really like the way I have my pages set up. So now I'm just kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to look through and have everything all perfectly spread out like this. Actually, I might be able to. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I need pre-order benefits or anything like that, so I think these two down here can go, but I think one of these was a jewel case photo card. Just kidding, I think this was the jewel case, and then this was the, like, first 15,000 press album photo card thing. I don't know, it's 15,000 per member or 15,000 of these pre-order benefits total, so what is that, 3,000 per member? Yeah. And then I do have the full What is this? OK Not set. And I'm keeping this because that was probably the era where I was the most gung-ho about them. And then next, I'm probably going to keep some of my... I think I'm going to keep both of these sets because I don't think they're really selling for anything online. And I guess I want to remember that I did go to 2 stops. And then these photo cards will go... I know I just put these away, but I didn't follow them this comeback at all. And so I don't really feel the need to keep them in my collection. Sunghoon looks... Sunghoon looks real good, but it's not a priority for me to keep them. Now the thing is, because I am taking out so many of these photo cards in their sets and trying to sell them along with their album, now I'm wondering if it's worth selling them with the album directly so people know what they're getting when they purchase them from me, or if I should just do that mystery sale again. I do think the mystery sale was easier for me because I didn't have to worry about condition proof and everything. But I don't know. I don't know if someone will be unhappy if I send them something and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be mystery, it's gonna be totally random, and it's just all CIX albums. But then again, that is the appeal with mystery, I guess. It is essentially gambling, so eat to your heart's content, my friends, basically. Up next, we have my NCT collection, which I think is one of 2 collections that I'm currently actively adding to. The other one being SF9. I think this one will stay for a bit. I don't really care about this photo card down here, but this is a gift from a friend, and I am keeping it because I think I traded the rest of her photo cards for me. And I asked her, she said it was totally fine. Like, she was happy that the cards that she gave me could be used to actually help curate the collection that I want for myself, which is a really nice perspective and thing for her to say. So that is it, mostly. This is also another gift. This was a purchase. Pretty sure this was a gift too. No, it wasn't. I got that from a mystery bundle. Yeah, I don't really care for this photo card either, even though I do like Sticker. Queen Sticker, my beloved. Very unironically rolled hard for that song when it came out. And then this one, I kind of want to trade away, but I don't want to put any of these photo cards into my 2-trade/2-sell binder just yet, because as of right now, I do like the way that it looks all complete like this. I think one of these is a Kino photo card. I'm not sure which one, but I am going to keep it just because it's cute. I do have a lot of Johnny photo cards, even though I don't really collect him. Where is that empty one? I'm just going to swap these sleeves out because this sleeve is a little thin, and this one is like actually one of those branded sleeves, which looks hella nice in a binder because of how stiff it is. And then I'm going to keep this Mark one, even though it is technically an extra because I have everything else. And then for Dream, I'm probably not in any mood to downsize. I think at most I'll just try to trade some of these photo cards away to other members. Like, I don't know if I want to trade these to Haechan yet because I quite like Jaemin's photo cards. Sorry for that, I was looking at Jeno down here. And I'm definitely keeping these 2 because these are 2 of my first NCT photo cards, because I still remember trading a bunch of SF9 cards for these. And Jeno looks like he's picking his nose, which is so cute. Not cute, sorry, so funny. This photo card I also don't really care for, but I think I also want to have like a photo card for each album that I have, which makes downsizing easier in the future should I decide to sell these with their albums. And then ISTJ, these are not going to go anywhere anytime soon because I just finished this collection and, you know, I'm still kind of adding to it. And then I also realized the other day that this is basically my bias line and this is my secondary bias line, and which kind of leaves Jaemin and Renjun as my, not the last, but, you know, not part of my bias line. I am currently trading for the Haechan direct-to-consumer photo card. hopefully it comes in there, but if not, you'll never hear me talk about it again because I'll be forever sad about it. Golden Child collection. I think I'm just going to keep this pile to the side. Golden Child, my apologies. I have not paid attention to you in months, but I'm basically the same as your company because it's not like your company is doing anything with you either. So you will have to go, my friend. It's kind of sad that I'm downsizing Golden Child. I don't feel anything about the fact that I am putting away some of these cards, but I think it's just more unfortunate with the fact that their company kind of gave up on them. So it's September 26th, and I guess it's almost been a year since their last comeback. I haven't heard anything about whether or not they're going to be doing anything. And I don't know, just watching me go through and kind of haphazardly take cards out is a little bittersweet. Just because I have a lot of very fond memories associated with Golden Child, mostly because I met a lot of really nice people through them. And I met some really good friends through them who have stayed close personal friends, even if we don't talk about Golden Child anymore and we now just talk about our personal lives. But it's like, I went so hard for them, and I went to 2 of their concerts, and then now here I am aggressively downsizing their collection just because their company isn't doing anything with them. And I guess it's understandable because like, I don't want to keep cards for groups that I'm not actively updated for. But to go from really loving them and spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars seeing them in concert and doing all those fan benefits to not thinking about them, like, at all is kind of unfortunate, obviously. Like, each one of these was $50, say, round up, for me to take a Polaroid picture with them. And so for me to not think about that money and just be like, okay, cool, I don't want these anymore, is kind of sad. But it's okay. I think now, because this collection is so tiny, I can probably move this back into a 9 pocket. So if that's the case, I might just take out all of my tag photo cards and put them in here. So I guess I'll have to go through and, like, count how many tag cards I have. Okay, so I have 24 cards, and I guess if I kept 3 more cards, I can do 3 9 pocket pages, but then that's basically me not downsizing their collection at all. So I guess I'm just going to do, like, a weird page. So I am trying to be more critical about these cards that I have, and I'm not going to think about whether or not they look good on a page, because let's be honest, these all look hella good on a page right here, but unfortunately I don't necessarily want to keep all of them, and I think I just want to keep sets from albums that I care for. And I know I'm going to be selling this album, which is Without You, so now I'm wondering if I should fully downsize. Man, I don't know, like, I love the way these pages look, and so consolidating them just kind of feels weird to me. But if I'm going to be 100% and be fully non-judgmental and just collecting based off of the vibes and not the way that my pages look, then these need to go, unfortunately. I do kind of want to get rid of one here. I'm going to get rid of this one. And then get rid of this one. I want to downsize one of these 3 because I don't need 3 of the same exact looking ones, but I don't know which one to get rid of because this one has the plungy neckline and I think the Gucci necklace, or they all technically have it because it's the same outfit, but he just looks a little different in each one, and I just don't know which one to get rid of. Yeah, this one. Okay, so right now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6 open spaces on that page, on those 2 pages. So let me get rid of some photo cards here. Or I guess I only need to get rid of 1. Cheek heart is so cute. This is a gift from a friend, so I don't really want to say goodbye. This one can go. I don't need this many pink Jaehyuns, even though he was a gift. Not like a literal gift, but like a figurative K-pop gift, because he looked so cute back then. Okay, so I can definitely consolidate these pages and move them back, so I guess that'll be my Jaehyun page, and then this will be like my bleed over Juchan page. I don't really need this card either. It's not all that cute, but it's okay. It's cute. And then for this page, this is kind of like my miscellaneous page as well. As you can see, quite a bunch of these are gifts, which is why I don't really want to move them. But this Sungyoon, I don't really think of, even though this was a Tower Records pre-order benefit, which makes it kind of pricey. And then this was a gift. Yeah, this was a gift from someone too. See, this is what I mean. Like, I have so many friends from Golden Child that I'll always think of them super fondly, obviously. And I guess downsizing them to this extent isn't bad. Like, after this, I really doubt that I can bleed out my collection anymore. I think I'll be sad too. I should probably get rid of this one, because this one, I think I'm getting rid of the album too. But we'll see. I'll come back to it. At one point in time, I definitely wanted to collect the full OT10 set of this, but I guess times have changed and I feel kind of bad about it. But what can you do? Just be sad, I guess. Yeah, I guess at this point I've kept everyone in this binder who is someone that I care for if and when Golden Child decides to not continue their careers as Golden Child. Who knows, honestly? Who really knows? Up next, we have my tiny collect book for ateez. And I'm just going to move my camera down. So for this little ateez collection, yes, these have to go. I appreciate ateez a lot. I just don't follow any of their activities, and I think I only want to keep my collection to groups whose activities I do follow. So I'm just pulling out cards that I don't really care for. And I do think that moving forward, I'm not going to be collecting ateez. Like, I know I said that, and then I bought Halasia, and then I bought Witness. But I think that is the truth. I think I am kind of done. Like, I know a lot of people say things like, I'm not dropping my collection because I don't love them anymore. I just don't want to keep collecting. But for me, it's like, my collection is a reflection of who I love. And I haven't thought about ateez in a while. Like, I'm still kind of meh over bad run-ins with ateez. And I know the whole fandom is not a reflection of... Or I know that my experiences with those few traders is not a reflection of everyone, quite obviously. But I am not interested in keeping their items. Maybe I should still try to trade for Yosang bread, but it's okay. I will also be selling their signed albums, and I will be getting rid of this one. I'm not sure where this card is from. And then only one of I am keeping this collection just because it's a reminder of past experiences. So I thinned out my ateez collection by maybe half. No, not even. I don't know which one I want to keep. I know this one is a gift from a friend, but this one has him with a pie, which I think is really funny. And I'm keeping that one, and I'm keeping that silly one. I don't know, like, I was so happy when I completed this collection that I kind of feel bad about selling it, but I spent so much, especially because I spent so much time, like, actively gunning for trades and everything, that, you know, holding all of this in my hands right now kind of makes me feel, obviously, like, you know, sad, as I mentioned, but there's only so much you can do and so much you can hold on to, because otherwise, sooner or later, I'm just going to be holding myself back. And, like, yeah, your collection should bring you joy, and this does bring me joy looking at all of them, but the group itself is not, like, I really just don't think about them. I cheer for their achievements because I think they deserve them, absolutely. And I do still have a lot of affection for Yeosang. I'm probably going to keep this one, actually. And I have a lot of affection for them in general, but, like, I unfollowed their Twitter and their Instagram because I see their activities and I'm like, okay, cool, good for you. Moving on. I'm gonna keep those in their sleeves just because they're hard to take out. And this one, ugh, this back is so pretty, but he's really washed out for some reason. Gonna curse whatever filter he decided to use. Oops. You know, holding a bunch of these photo cards in your hand like this really make you think about how much money you spent on your collection. And it's not a comfortable feeling, but it's alright. I am selling these / downsizing for a reason. Okay, up next I'm going to move to one of my bigger binders, and this time I think I'll get started with my SF9 one. SF9, my beloved. Even if the fandom gets messy or if things are not fun in Fantasy World, I really doubt I'm going to move much of this collection. Just because I have so much affection for these people. Like, I don't engage with the fandom at all. Unless I am dealing with my group orders or trading, I really only talk to, like, I talk to one fantasy friend. I have other friends who are, like, passively interested in SF9, but we just don't talk about them like that. So I am going to try to downsize this a little. There's really not much movement. There's not much I can take this collection. And I'm sorry for the glare. I know that must be super distracting. I promise you my collection looks a lot better under normal light and with the negative eye instead of through the camera. But as you can see, I did not pull out many cards. I guess I can probably get rid of some of these Delight cards, but people aren't really buying these either, so I think that would just be a waste of my time. So I guess in terms of the cards that I can downsize, I'm just going to go back to the beginning here where I do have a bunch of these extra cards from eras that don't really match anything else. But the thing is that these are all cards that I want to keep, especially these runes down here. And the Dawans, a lot of which are gifts, as you can see. And then I do have these 3 empty spaces, so I feel like I can put any spillover cards here. So if I flip to a page that has cards that I want to get rid of, does that mean I need to get rid of a lot? Like, for example, this is the page that I have taken away from. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can't downsize this. That'll be fine. I remember this exact trade. And Youngbin is going to be back soon, but I love this holo, but I don't need this card. And I don't like the card very much, to be honest. I can get rid of this Chani as well. This is also a pre-order benefit for my music taste. And I think that also means I need to get rid of 3 more cards. Although I guess I could get rid of some cards here. Let me get rid of this in song, so that leaves the space for 4 cards. which means I need to take 2 more out from this page. I bought this card, so I'm keeping this one because he looks so cute. And then this one, I don't know, Zuho with a plunging neckline. I don't know if I can ever give that up. So let me go back to this page, because like honestly, the easiest, yeah, okay. As I was saying, the easiest way is for me to just get rid of one of the signed Huyoungs, because I don't collect Huyoung like that. I collect OT9, SF9, but I don't need a signed pre-order benefit like that. And then here, I like this one because he looks like a zookeeper. I don't know why that's what I think of. And then Insung, like I mentioned, looks like a normal dude. And then this Taeyang, he looks so pretty. Yu Taeyang really is one of the most attractive K-pop idols. I think he would be my pick for most attractive K-pop idol, actually, now that I think about it. Him and Lisa from Blackpink are probably my picks. And then Chungha, the soloist. I guess that's okay for now. I would want to get rid of this one because I'm not too married to this photo card in general, but I do believe that that one was a gift, and I think I accidentally took out some of her other gifts for me in this downsizing video, so I will be a little more cognizant about that. I am keeping these Generation Fantasy photo cards because this will be the last official OT9 set that SF9 releases forever, so I am kind of happy that I didn't downsize these back in my previous downsize. And then I will also be fully downsizing my N-Flying collection. I had a very fun time collecting them, but right now I will be moving on. Although I guess I won't be fully downsizing. I think I'll keep one card. I don't know. I had a really good time at their concert. And I think I even have like a full concert video or like a unboxing post-concert video. I'm not sure. But for some reason it didn't stick into me wanting to stand them. But I guess I will keep one pre-order benefit. This one's cute because the back has like a, I don't know, I guess the wall from where he took the selfie. Okay, so another card I pulled out is this Sensuous Chani. I don't think I need to get rid of this card, but I did just reorganize my pages, even though I said I was going to be doing that off camera. But I don't know where to keep this. So actually, you know what? I take it back. I am keeping it for now. I'm just going to put it on because I'm going to put it on this page until I figure out where that Taeyang is coming in. And then I'll deal. So that is my FNC binder right here, even though it is missing P1 Harmony because I don't collect them. I did really want to start collecting them for a hot second back there. Good thing I didn't. Moving on to my next binder. This one is my Pentagon binder. This is my big Pentagon binder because I do have a binder for their Invite You album. This is not in here, obviously. And I am not touching those because those are my full OT sets. I think I mentioned in my last video, once again, not sure when that's going to go up, hopefully before this one, that I have been thinking about fully completing my Hongso collection because he's actually technically my second bias. But I guess that means I'm gonna have to make some room for him. So I think I'm gonna pull maybe just this Yan'an Positive card out. So I guess I pulled that out and then I move this Shinwon back here, back into his rightful place. So not much of a downsize there. Like, These pages are so curated to my taste already that I really am having a hard time thinking of getting rid of any. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe these 3 down here, but then that means I'll need to move some photo cards over. But should I get rid of those? Nah. I do have technically 3 photo cards for Pentagon I have coming in, but those are for their Japanese collection, of which I probably should not have collected, but I ran a group order for it, so I felt like I should. I really only pulled out 1 card so far for Pentagon because I was being dramatic. And this will be my last binder that I go through, because this actually is the only binder that I have left. I do have other small binders, do I? No, it's just the Pentagon Invite You binder. Yes, so this collection is not going to move. I do want to add to this, actually. I want some more pre-order benefits. Or some more regular album cards. And so I am just going to skip to this page. Oops. My apologies, Songhwa. You will not be staying in my collection. I did want to downsize my ateez collection by a lot. I'm not sure how many I have taken out so far. Might want to take out this one, but I'm not sure how to sell it because I know this one sells for a pretty high price. And I think I might want to get rid of one of these down here, but like this one has this really pretty birthmark, but so does this one. You can kind of see it. Okay, so it looks like this one will go. Then let me see how many ateez ones I have left. 1, 2. Okay, so I actually have enough for 2 pages of the 9 pocket pages, so I think this collection will be going back into a A4. So I am happy with the way I have downsized so far. My Astro collection will be staying because I did heavily downsize this recently. I think I went from like 4 pages to these 2 here. And then my Ace collection. 3 of them have discharged from the military, so I should be more excited about their impending return. But I think there are another group where I only liked a very few amount of members, and I collected because I just had that one bias. But I think now I am going to be selective and only collect groups that I think that I can like everyone for, which I should have always done. I don't know why I didn't. But I also don't know where to downsize these. So I think if I get rid of like 5 cards, then, or get rid of 4, I can consolidate everything onto those 1 pages. Don't need this. These 2 are already kind of similar looking, just in vibes. This pre-order benefit I don't really care for. Is it a pre-order benefit? No, I think this is an album card. I think I'll get rid of a lenti as well, and then maybe one of those double-sided cards. I don't know which double-sided card I want to get rid of though, because they both have their appeal, because he's got the thoughtness here, but he looks absolutely angelic there. And both of those are very important to me. Actually, let me just get rid of this Polaroid. Yeah, because I already have a photocard kind of in that outfit. It's not the same, but it's close enough. Okay, so now I can move my Ace collection to 2 pages very happily. And for WJSN, yeah, I think this collection can go once again, I only collected because I liked these two members, and even though Yodam is off doing things in, oh, I can't even pronounce it, Puzzle Up? Ezel Up? I don't know. I like the title track enough to listen to it once, but not more than that. So I think I'm just going to downsize this a little. And then I will actually be downsizing my Gravity collection as well. I will be fully selling off that collection. And by selling off, I mean I will be getting rid of the one signed album that I have for them. It's like not a lot, quite obviously, but it's interesting that I'm selling a signed album from a concert that I personally went to and watched them sign in front of me. I don't know if I should feel some type of way about that, because it is like a personal purchase. It's just, once again, I don't think about them. Okay, so I can move all of these cards back onto 2 pages. And then I do think that I'm going to sell my Unique EO album that is fully signed. It's personally signed to someone, so it's not even from M-Wave. It's somewhere a little more special than that, but I will be selling that. And I think that's it for my downsize. So let me actually just reorganize my CIX pages and my misc group page, just so I can see everything better. Now, technically, I do kind of want to downsize my 17 collection as well, but this was a gift from a friend who I am not friends with anymore, honestly. I think they are no longer into K-pop or something like that. But, I guess for my 17 collection, the rest of it was actively like a gift from a friend who I still very much talk to. So I have actually been trading away some of the photo cards. I forgot which ones I traded for. Oh, I think I traded one for that, for a Yosang that I'm also downsizing, and then I think I traded another for an NCT card. I'm not sure which one. I think I wrote it down somewhere. But I have those, and so I guess I'm only keeping these for the sake of potentially trading away in the future, because otherwise 17 is also another group that I don't pay attention to. That's it. And then, oops, actually I said I was going to reorganize my ace collection too. Hold on. I'll do that off camera. So that is everything that I have. Let me start putting these cards out so you can see what I have going on. And I guess now I am just going to be talking while I do this, because there are a couple things that I wanted to talk about. Whether or not you're interested is totally understandable. I guess it's more for me to think about. So I have been thinking a lot about my collection, especially because I've hit over 100 albums a while back and hit over 900 photocards just very recently. I think basically through my ISTJ purchasing. I don't know where I want to take my collection. Collecting is supposed to be a hobby, but I have also very recently started to get out of K-pop as a hobby. Not in like any big way. Like I still love the groups that I love. I think it's just the unfortunate side effect of my groups being slightly older. And, you know, Pentagon and SF9, they're not like geriatric or anything. It's just that they are older in terms of their careers, and so it begs a lot of questions on their future. So because of that, there's no guarantee that they'll be in the industry for a long time. And I think I am perfectly okay with that. Like, I have come to terms with Pentagon's future. Like, I don't think about it. I think if they disband, obviously I'll be upset, but I'll think that at the end of the day, I do really just want what's best for them. I think I'm mature enough to say that they made me happy for however long as they did, and I'll always thank them for that. The memories they gave me were unforgettable and irreplaceable, and, you know, I'll always hold them fondly to that. And they're not like dying or anything. Like, they'll still be in the industry, I'm sure. I don't think any mid-tier boy group has ever fully disappeared from the public eye, and Pentagon definitely is in that mid-tier range, especially because a lot of them are so varied in their talents. But I'm happy for them. Like, regardless of what happens, they will be one of my favorite K-pop groups regardless. And I love my collection for them, so that also isn't moving. But I guess back to where I'm taking this, just in terms of my thoughts on K-pop in general, I've been thinking about how I want to approach my collection, especially because collecting is a big part of the hobby. In terms of me getting out of K-pop as a hobby in general, I have unsubbed to a bunch of K-pop focused subreddits. Like, I spent a lot of time on K-pop help, K-pop thoughts, K-pop in general, unpopular K-pop confessions, K-pop rants, all those things. And I realized that after a while, it's just a bunch of news for groups that I don't care about and don't follow. And then a lot of potential negativity. Like, I even followed Panchoa on Instagram, and I realized after a while that, like, I was kind of actively engaging in emotional sabotage because I would purposely seek out things that I knew would make me unhappy. And I would read news or read articles or other people's think pieces and just wholly disagree with them. Or I would read other people's thoughts on groups that I don't follow and don't care about. And then I began to think to myself, you know what, why am I wasting so much time caring about other people's opinions or reading things that actively make me unhappy? And so I wasn't going to be doing that anymore. So I unsubbed, and then I unfollowed a bunch of K-pop Twitter news accounts as well. And now I basically only follow official accounts and like the occasional translation account, as long as they're not like a personal account as well. And I have been so much happier. I don't know what's going on with my groups on any given day, but I know that they're like thriving. I know that they're alive for the most part, and I think that's as deep as I want to take it. So I guess in terms of collecting moving forward, I think I now want to be more selective about what I collect. I think I'm going to only approach it as not even just as like a hobby, but as a genuine collectible where I want things to be in a set and I want things to mean something to me. So I think moving forward, I am only going to collect groups and only buy albums from groups where I like all of the members, where I could potentially not care about what member I pull in terms of album pulls. And I think there has to be like a minimum number of songs that I like in the album for me to collect. Like for Halatzia, I am keeping some of my photocards from there. That's because genuinely one of my favorite albums. Like, I know most of the songs aside from Halatzia are all remixes, but they're the best remixes I've ever heard in my life, so they're staying. For CIX, I know I just said all that about like liking all the songs, and that is true. I do love all of CIX's songs for the most part. But then that comes into the whole, do I care about all the members? And that is a negative. Like, I know you're not meant to like every single member in a K-pop group. Like, everyone has a different vibe and personality. So it's understandable that I may not get attached to someone. But I have limited time and limited resources, and I just don't feel the need to buy an album for a group where I don't necessarily like, or not dislike. I don't dislike any of the idols in the groups that I stan, but I just kind of hover around indifference for a bunch of them. So I think if there's more than like, if I'm indifferent about more than, I guess, 3/4 of the group, then I'm probably just not gonna buy their albums. Like, there's no point in me buying albums for a group where I only like 1 or 2 members, because that's just kind of annoying, because I don't want to go through group orders, and then I also don't want to go through just buying albums outright and then trading after I pull someone that I don't care for. Which, you know, sounds bad. I realize that a lot of these things that I'm saying are pretty negative, but I guess it's just how I want to approach my collection in the future. So it's 1, only buy albums from groups that I like a certain number of members from. 2, only buy albums from groups where I like a certain number of songs in the album. Because yeah, K-pop collecting is wholly superficial. Like, I wouldn't collect K-pop albums if they didn't come with photocards, or they didn't come with a super nice photo book and all the other inclusions. If it was just a jewel case, I wouldn't buy them. So I think liking all the idols, liking the music, and then also liking the packaging has to be really important. And so that kind of disqualifies some of NCT's albums, but I really like the songs, so I guess I'm gonna keep them. But I think that's basically everything. I'm going to count these really quickly and then probably do a time lapse while I count, because I'm gonna lose track. So there's 61 photo cards here. This is actually less than I anticipated, because I was actually hoping to downsize by over 100. But I guess if I really wanted to downsize, I'll have to go through my NCT collection again, because that's where the bulk of my new photo cards come from. But that's everything. Hopefully that last little spiel let you learn something about me, and that I can successfully downsize these. I think my next video after this will be like an album downsize. I did just buy a couple of unsealed NCT albums that I might turn around and sell again. I don't know why I purchased them. Oh, I know why. Because they were free, pay for shipping, and so it was 6 albums for $6 US. Great deal. And if I did ever want to sell the photo card, I would like to sell it with the album. But here is everything that I have and everything that I'm downsizing. Kind of a bittersweet video, especially when it got to like the golden child part, because they really made a big bulk of my 2022, but it's 2023 now and they haven't done anything, so there's none of that emotional attachment anymore, unfortunately. That is everything for today. Please wish me luck in fully downsizing everything, and I hope that I can see you in my next video. Okay, and honestly, I'm probably going to forget to include this part of the video, but I have decided to continue on downsizing a little more, and I guess this is more for a reference for me. So when I look through my collection in the future and I wonder myself, hey, where did those photo cards go? I can hopefully look back at this video and think, oh, it is because I decided to downsize. So this entire bottom row, these 3 cards over here, as well as this 1 card up here, will also be joining the rest of the downsize pile, which has honestly grown a little, and you can kind of see the mess that I am making of my own workspace. This will be fun, and this is a problem that I honestly made myself, so I can't even complain. But let's keep on downsizing, and I hope you're excited to see where my collection can go from here on out.